Hi everybody, today we're going to be looking at simplifying expressions. So when we're simplifying expressions, we want to make sure we do two things. We want to make sure that if we can distribute, we do. Sometimes there won't be any distributing to do. And we also want to make sure that we combine any like terms. I abbreviated that. So this first one, let's just dive right in. I don't have any distributing to do. That's when you see like a number or variable in front of parentheses. I don't have anything that looks like that. I can, however, combine like terms. Like terms have the same number with the same variables in them, or just two number terms would also be like terms. So looking at this one right here, I have two terms with an r in them, 10r and 9r. The way I combine those is I add the number in front, or the coefficients. 10 plus 9 is 19, and then the r part stays the same. I'm not done yet. I have more like terms to combine. I can also combine my two number terms, -6 and +9. -6 plus 9 gives me +3. In between my terms, I always have to have either a plus sign or minus sign. Since it was a +3, I need to put a plus sign there. You know you're all done when you no longer have any like terms that can be combined. Since this has an r in it and this is just a number, they are not like terms, so this right here is our final answer. Moving on to the next one, I have an 8 in front of this set of parentheses, which means that 8 needs to be distributed or multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. The 5 does not distribute, it's going to stay the same for now. So 5 stays the same. 8 times 3k is 24k. Needs this positive, so we need a plus sign in front. 8 times -7 is -56. We've done our distributing. Now we need to check and see if we have any like terms, which we do. Our two like terms are the two numbers, so these can be combined. This has nothing to combine with, so it's going to stay the same. So final answer here will be 24k. When I combine my numbers, 5 minus 56 is -51. So it's going to look like -51. Sometimes you'll have two sets of parentheses, meaning you're distributing two numbers or variables or whatever. This -4 only goes to the first set. Let's go ahead and distribute that. -4 times 1 is -4. -4 times 9x, -4 times 9 is -36. And then the x part stays the same. Now let's take care of this other one. It looks like just a minus sign in front of those parentheses. Just a minus in front is the same as a -1 in front. You can write that in if it helps you. -1 times 4x is -4x. -1 times 8 is -8. We've done our distributing. Do we have any like terms? Yes, we do. We have two terms with an x in them. -36x minus 4x gives me -40. X part stays the same. And then I also have two number terms. -4 minus 8 gives us -12. I've combined as much as I can, so this is my final answer. Last but not least, it kind of looks like the one we just did because we have two sets of parentheses that need distributed too. But notice that we have an n in front here, so that's going to change things a little differently. Let's try it out. 5n times 6n. 5 times 6 is 30. And then I have n times n. Anytime I have a variable multiplied by itself, that's the same as that a variable squared or with an exponent too. So this, for this part, n times n, I'm going to have an n squared here. Keep going. 5n times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. And then we just have the one n here, so just 30n. Taking care of our other set of parentheses. -7 times n is -7n. By the way, you could have written a 1 in here if that helps you out, totally optional. -7 times -8. Negative times negative gives me a +56. Let's check and see if we have any like terms. I only have one term with an n squared in it, so it's going to stay the same, 30n squared. I do have two terms with a regular n in them, this one and this one, so I can combine those. 30 minus 7 is 23n, is positive, so plus sign in front. And then this 56 is the only number I have, so it doesn't combine with anything either. I can't combine any further. N squared and n are not like terms because the exponents are different. So that right there is my final answer for that problem. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any questions.